Well, it's back. More than 100 House Democrats, 128 according to the latest reports, are now saying they are ready to move forward with a new push to pass this very contentious measure, the most contentious, arguably, in the whole health care debate. Mike Gallagher of MikeOnline.com and a Fox News contributor, and Rob Thompson, radio talk show host. All right, Mike, I hadn't heard about your new MikeOnline.com. I'll check that out.
Well, but I'm still a radio host, Megan. It's just MikeOnline.com is the website for the radio show, and thank you for mentioning it.
Okay, you bet. Anytime. We aim to please. All right, so listen, the public option, Mike, the public option that could not get through the Senate, that even Joe Lieberman drew the line at and basically fell apart entirely when they took their first shot at this thing. It's coming back?
I've stopped years ago trying to figure out how to get into the heads of Democrats who sometimes seem hell-bent on a political suicide march. I mean, these guys are marching into destruction. You're right in describing it, Megan, as being incredibly contentious and volatile. It's why President Obama said there'll be no public option. It's why Democrat leaders said, no, we can't touch this. This is a political powder keg. So why 128 House Democrats would now march off the cliff and try to resurrect this thing that Americans reject wholeheartedly is beyond me. But again, November is just around the corner, and these Democrats are going to have a heavy price to pay in a couple of months.
Well, that's the question. Why, Rob? Why? Why would they do this so close to the midterm elections? They must think this has some political advantage for them.
Well, it does have political advantage in one single instance. Now, certainly as a liberal, when the health care debate was going on, one of the cardinal things that we all wanted was, in fact, the choice option. We wanted that there. But in the long run, it didn't happen. And we're still going to continue to fight for that. But there's more to it going on right now than just the health care issue. What we're saying right now is we can offer you a program that will give you that will pay for itself. In fact, save $68 billion off of the current deficit. Save money, the same amount of money that the GOP offered to put in their GOP health plan these many months ago.
That's their argument,
so
Mike.
Put your money where your mouth is.
It's Congresswoman Lynn Woolsey. Okay, it's Lynn Woolsey. She's a Democratic Congresswoman from California, and Mike, she is the one who's saying that it will save $68 billion between 2014 and 2020. So it's $68 billion over 6 years, and she says that's the reason why we need to push this through now, because of the deficit.
Listen, you guys expect me to come on your show, Megan, to express my opinion, but I'm very tempted to just sit back and let Rob represent the view of liberalism that a public option would lead to an efficient, well-oiled machine that will pay for itself. I mean, it's terrifying. Most Americans understand what a public option means. We understand what nationalized health care means, but if the Democrats want to continue to go down this path, I say let them. You know, again, November is just a couple of months away, and they're going to lose in droves. They're going to lose the House, they might lose the Senate, and this is going to be a grim reminder of how out of touch Democrats are with the American public. We don't want a public option. Americans, but then again, Americans didn't want Obamacare, and they shoved that down our throats as well.
You know, it's no surprise to see Bernie Sanders. He's labeled as an independent in Vermont, but he's basically a socialist. He came out and said this is a great push by the House. He said, "I've long been in favor of Medicare for all, a Medicare for all, single-payer health care system, and the very least we can do is to offer everybody a government-run option, a public option," which, Rob, picks up on a theme that our own president set out many years ago. Back in 2003, he was caught on tape praising a single-payer system. And this came back to haunt the Democrats during the health care push, saying, we know what you're saying you want now, but what you really are pushing us toward is single-payer. This is just a reminder what Barack Obama said back in 2003. Listen to this.
I happen to be a proponent of a single-payer universal health care plan. As all of you know, we may not get there immediately, because first we've got to take back the White House, and we've got to take back the Senate, and we've got to take back the House.
So my question for you, Rob, is when you have the president on record as saying he likes single-payer, and now he's taken back the White House and the Congress, the Democrats have, and he's pushed through universal health care reform, and he's appointed this guy Berwick, who loves the British health care system, which is essentially socialized medicine. Now you've got these Democrats pushing for this. Does this help tamp down the fears by some that is where the health care reform legislation is taking us?
Well, let's not be careful of the slippery slope. Yes, the public option is something that President Obama wanted, and many of us as Democrats and liberals still want and are still going to go after. And when we offer a program that offers the very same system that we were after, but can save at the same time money off of our deficit. We asked the GOP, we ask all of those that are sitting back saying, anything you want to do, but do not do anything to raise the deficit. Well, we're putting something forward that will not only save money, but provide access to health care that many of us really want to make sure happens.
What about that?
So
Like
I asked the
$68 billion. It would save
Mike,
$68 billion, they say.
I've got a great idea. I got a great way to keep from
you know what? We can
Wait.
save some money.
Let Mike go, and then Rob, and then I got to go.
Sure. I mean, let's stop the massive tax increases and the drunken sailor spending that this Obama administration has done. I mean, there's a lot of ways to lower the deficit. A single payer, a socialized medicine. Again, Rob, just keep it coming. You're the hit that keeps on coming. Tell us how liberal you are and how this is what liberal Democrats really want. And again, we're going to get rid of liberal Democrats in November and in 2012. Get rid of this radical liberal, Democrat who's in the White House. It's
Rob,
just a matter of time.
I'll give you the last word.
The final thing is, yes, these keep coming because as a liberal Democrat, I am an American and I want to make sure that all of us are taken care of health care wise. And at the same time, yes, let's cut the deficit by all the money that was raised over the last 8 years or the 8 years of the Bush administration. We're giving you the opportunity, Republicans, step up and swing the bat and see if you can come with